many have criticized Gwen Berry on the right because they don't like that she's pointing out that America isn't all like, strawberries and cream in its history. It's done a lot of bad stuff and we haven't really reckoned with it. But that's not enough for some. Some want to go farther. They want her career as an athlete to be ended. Take a look at this.
But she actually took a lot of positive attention away from the other two Americans who placed first and second and destroyed all the chemistry that they had in the track and field female locker room, in my opinion. How do you see it?
Yeah, I agree, Jesse. I don't think it's too much when athletes are competing to wear the stars and stripes, to compete under the stars and stripes in the Olympics, for them to simply honor that flag and our anthem on the medal stand. If Miss Berry is so embarrassed by America, then there's no reason she needs to compete for our country.
Exactly.
She should be removed from the Olympic team.
Yeah, if it's such a racist nation, why do you want to represent us in Tokyo? Makes no sense. I don't think she's ever thought of that.
That last bit from Jesse Waters. Well, if you're so racist, why you want to recognize? I don't think she thought of that. It tells you everything you need to know about him, I think, in that one little bit. Like that cocky, mediocre, racist a-hole right there. Yeah, no, she hasn't thought at all about what she's doing. She's just a dummy, a big dummy who's all interested in historical facts and understanding the context of our history and everything. She hasn't thought. Not the mediocre guy spreading right-wing pop propaganda, doing such a, like, it's so annoying. But that's not the most important point. The most important point, of course, is Tom Cotton is saying she needs to be taken off the team. She needs to be canceled because I don't like her politically incorrect display of problems with America. So forget all that stuff that Fox has been telling you for the last few months about how they're against cancel culture or whatever. They don't like her protest, her peaceful protest. Remember, they spent all last year saying, stop it, stop the riots, stop the fires, do it peacefully. No, if you do it peacefully, they will end your career. You don't get to be an Olympian at that point because you have an issue with America. And if you have an issue with America, then you don't get to do any of this. It doesn't make any sense. If you thought that America needed to be made great again, then clearly you hate America. So why are you trying to do anything? Why do you want to represent America if you think it's not perfect already? What a stupid point. Nothing that they say expresses an actual value about American greatness or needing to come back or about cancel culture, about political correctness, any of this. It is all just, do I like the person who's saying it or don't I?
Yep.
They don't even know this woman. They have no idea what she thinks about politically. They know that she turned against their symbol or whatever, and she's black. And that's really all that they needed to know about it.
They don't know the backstory. They don't know what it is that this country has maybe done to her and her family in the past that allows her, that gives her the reason to go, you know what? We need to be on equal footing here. So I'm going to compete for a country that I'm from, that I love, that I'm looking to make better, right? So you have your things you want to talk about and make sure that people understand where you're coming from so that we can better our country. Well, other folks are saying, unless you sit down, get in line and listen to what the people tell you to say, because that sounds really American, by the way, then you're not really an American. Boy, that sounds like the type of country that we say we're against until it's the right person saying it. Now we're all for that. We're all for hush, shut up, get in line and do what I tell you to do. That sounds very North Korean to me. It sounds extremely North Korean to me. So we can talk about it with this dictator, North Korea, and how he makes his citizens fall in line and do exactly what he tells them to do. And that's so wrong and un-American. And then I guess the next day later go, look at this Olympic athlete. If she doesn't want to shut up and get in line and look at the flag and throw her hand over her heart, then she doesn't deserve to be here.
Yep.
Which country again?
And they're not even saying boycott her. I don't like her, so don't watch when she competes or whatever, which would of course be their right. They're not even saying that. They're saying do not allow her to compete because she turned her back. Well, why stop there? What the person who got first and second, do they love every part of America? I think we should quiz them. I think they should have to fill out a survey to prove how patriotic they are. And if they aren't patriotic enough for me, based on my standards, we get them the hell out of there. It requires too much like guessing at this point. We have to see how they regard the flag. I want to know for sure. I think we should do patriotism tests for every athlete. And if they don't score high enough, we don't allow them to go there. let alone all the cancel culture stuff. I mean, they literally are calling for someone's Olympic career to be ended because they don't like a peaceful, silent protest that she engaged in.
Oh, by the way, you know this whole history of America and Olympics. You know, Black Americans have been allowed to compete in the Olympics since the dawn of America, right? No, that's not how it works. It's so weird. Hey, Black woman, you don't get to have a say in your country when you're competing at the Olympics. How has the Olympics treated you and your people in history? Did they exclude you? Oh, I think they did. It's weird how we can't talk about the things that America has done to its citizens, but we can talk about what the citizens are, quote, doing to America by speaking about it. It's weird. The attack is talking about what's been done, not what the attacks were. It's so upsetting.
For more political news, breakdowns, interviews, stories of activism, and me trying my hardest to care about the occasional big celebrity news story, subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/The Damage Report. And you can ring the bell wherever it is so you don't miss anything.